I said I came straight from the bottom, getting profit off that product. Little purple haze, little sour D's, little Molly beans, I got it. And I came straight from the projects. Niggas whipping that Pyrex, soaking in the kitchen. Whipping, trying to make the whole pie stretch. In the kitchen, whipping, trying to make the whole pie stretch. In the kitchen, whipping, trying to make it.
Yo, what up? Welcome to the kitchen 718, where I'm J-Rock.
And I'm K-Rock.
And we stirring things up in them pots, man, them issues, man, you know what I'm saying? So this episode is going to be a part 2 to the hip-hop deaths, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel like we lost a lot of our youth and, you know, with rap and different stuff like that. I feel like we lost them. So where we left off at, I basically feel like a lot of rappers nowadays, they feel like it's a bad thing to have security, right? I actually reached out to someone and they were saying like, and also one of our subscribers, thank you, also commented, and he felt like, you know, he was saying in the comments that he felt like once you get to a certain caliber, you make a certain amount of money, that you should have security. He said if he ever makes it, one of our subscribers, shout out to Boss, is Boss Baby or Boss something. And thank you for subscribing. And he was like, you know, if I make it and I get rich, I'm going to have military security. You know what I'm saying? Which makes sense. Because I don't understand. He said, but some people, they feel like they don't have a security makes you weak or like you're not tough if you have security. So what do you think about that?
Well, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the young gentleman that made the comment. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that.
Right.
Secondly is whenever you get to a certain, like I said, it's fame, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the money, when you get to that statue, you know what I'm saying? It's security is a plus. It's definitely a plus. But you got to have them people around you that's not yes men. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that everything you say, they just going to agree with. And yeah, let's do it. They ain't going to never tell you, no, that's a bad idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now that's what make them accessible, because they don't have the person that's going to keep it all the way up band with them. Like, nah, we shouldn't go there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get the security. You know what I'm saying? Let's not drink tonight. You know what I'm saying? You got to be, you on a different level now. So you can't play those, those games in them streets, in them clubs. If you got to do a walkthrough, treat it as such. It's business. It's a walkthrough. You go.
But a lot of dudes too, when see, that's the thing. Like, when you make it, right, it's a lot of dudes that you might take with you that they want to experience the popping the bottles in the club and all that. So sometimes when people got a circle, the circle ain't telling them like, hey, bro, let's go in for the night. It's just like, yeah, let's pop these bottles. And then when you come, like I've talked to a couple of gentlemen, it's like when you become rich and you get the fortune and you get the fame, it's certain women that people be fantasizing about that they want to sleep with. So sometimes dudes in your entourage, they might want to hang out, you know what I'm saying? Instead of keeping a band with you, like, let's go in for the night. They just want to experience that nightlife.
Yeah, but still, of course, you got those, you know, whether you want to, consider them a groupie or not, that's what they are.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you still need that person that's going to tell you what it really is. Like, no, we can't go in there. You know what I'm saying? If we going to chill, you know what I'm saying? Go do your walkthrough. It's business. Go do your walkthrough and get out. You know what I'm saying? Get the money. Let's roll. Let's go chill somewhere else where we not doing a walkthrough.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's chill at the crib, right? Because you can pay the girls to come to the crib.
Yeah, but even look, it's like this. I'm gonna just give you an example. If it was me, if I had the fame and fortune, right, and I'm getting paid to walk through a club, right? They giving me $20,000,
$40,000, shit like that. Yeah.
I to walk through the club and this is J-Rock. Once I do that and I get my cash, I'm in the front door, out the back door. Right. I'm not sitting around in there, because guess what? Now the club patrons know I'm in the club.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave that spot and go to another spot where I'm on the low, and then we chill.
And you know what's crazy too? I think they need to take a page, like these young boys, out the older dudes thing, because I see the Busta Rhymes and the Fat Joes and these different type of people. They party 50 Cent in them, but they got heavy security with them. You see what I'm saying?
You know, they said 50 Cent got
like 200,000 or some shit like that. He paid a day.
Not the cost. He got military security.
Yeah.
Like mercenaries.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So I think they need to take a page out that book. But I don't understand how is it you're soft if you have security. You know what I'm saying? Like no, protect me, nigga. I'm getting all this money. Protect me. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got a point to prove with you because here's the thing: 9 times out of 10, the dudes in your entourage, they're not gonna stand up for you. If somebody kill you or something like that, they not retaliating. So why even listen to them? But I've also heard lately that when you go to certain towns and stuff, you got to check in with certain people.
You do.
So, what's your take on that? Like, if you go out to Houston, I heard you got to check in with Jay Prince. Pop Smoke, when he rest in peace, they said he was supposed to check in when he went to Cali. Certain different people, they said you got to check in. So, how you feel about that?
Well, put it this way.
If I'm in Houston, I'm checking. I'm going to holler at Boss Hog. I think I want to hang with Slim Thug. I think Slim Thug, he keeps the peace. He seems like a cool
but
dude.
at the end of the day,
I would like to hang with him.
At the end of the day, Slim Thug and them, they answer to somebody else. They probably answer to Jay Prince.
I don't know.
Because Jay Prince is, look, I don't condone what the dude Charleston White is doing. He is out of line for all of the stuff that he does, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, this is what he said. He said Jay Prince don't run Dallas.
No, I even saw that on my online. I heard even in Houston they said that he fell off now.
So checking in is you have to do it. That's why I said what I said in one of the conversations that we had. Mm-hmm. When you check in, right? It's not that you soft. You checking in so that way the person that has stature in that area, mm-hmm. he can make sure that you protected with his people in that area. That's not to say that he controls the whole area, but he's just going to provide protection for you, right. And he's well known. You know what I'm saying?
But I've done some research, right?
So that's what that's about.
And we do know that Offset, not Offset, Takeoff and them, the Quavo, and when they was out, right? They went and checked in with him, right? So may he rest in peace. Takeoff got killed, right, under his watch. And then I did some research. I've also seen that it was a jeweler that went out to Houston, checked in with him, and went out with Jay Prince's son, and he got killed as well. So I'm starting to feel like maybe he ain't got that much credit going on as everybody give him. Because I saw the guy, Source Walker, he's a rapper. He's from Texas. And he said that they need to check in with him. He said if it was him and they was with him, then nobody would have got killed under his watch. So I don't know, like, it once again seems like an extortion thing, like we talked about. Because I heard you got to pay the dude when you come into Houston to check in. You got to pay him almost for security. Yeah. And it ain't working.
Well, I mean, it is, that's you still checking in with somebody. I mean,
it ain't working.
I mean, whether it's not working, whether it's happening on his watch, maybe he not the guy you check in with no more.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So that's possible, but at the end of the day, you still got to check in with somebody.
Right. So you think that checking in is a good thing?
Because especially if you got fame, if you out there and your name is known.
But also you can check in, but I think also too, because they have security in every state. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, okay, say if you got to check in, you still should have that security. Like call whatever security company is there when you get in. Like, you have to have security. I don't understand why these young boys think it's a bad idea to have security. I don't understand that. But also, I feel like, do you feel like, because it's like all over beef. Like, they having beef. Like I said, Chicago, shout out to Chicago. They banging for real. Like, every time you turn around, somebody's getting killed and stuff. Do you think it's like a pride thing with these young boys? Like, they got to, like, you poke their chest out or something?
They want to be validated.
Yeah, I don't understand that. And they so young.
They want to be validated. So
they so young.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to go back and revisit the Nipsey Hussle thing. Right?
Okay. Right.
Okay, so looking at the Nipsey Hussle thing, I'm actually I pulled it up. Mm-hmm. Do you know that he was shot at least 10 times?
Yes, I didn't know that. And he didn't have no security that particular day.
He was shot at least 10 times, right?
See, I didn't know that.
And so now you got to think, a person of that stature, mm-hmm. According to this, it says Hussle was shot at least 10 times.
Right.
And then Holder kicked the rapper in the head before he ran.
I heard that.
So how much time is it going to take? You know, I mean, if your store is right there, where was the people around that was supposed to have your bag? You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, whatever was said to the guy, it should have just been, he should have made no mention of whether he called him a snitch or whether he told him to straighten his name out, whatever. Right. Bro, you know, I'm sorry the man lost his life. Rest in peace, Nip. Right. But at the end of the day, you're a business person now. You're not.
But here's the thing, though.
You're not street anymore.
But here's the thing. Let me say something to you, right? Because you had said
I don't get it
in the previous episode, right? You was like, he's a businessman. That's his business. He can't tell basically a pedestrian you can't shop here. But at the end of the day, when you own the shopping center, you can tell whoever you want. Like, I don't want your business. So he has the right to do that. But here's the thing. It couldn't have been that. If you say this is what it goes back to what I'm saying, like in Cali, they really bang it. It goes back to this. It's just regular shit. Like every day you turn on YouTube, whatever we turn on, it's like this person snitched, that person snitched, this is it. Sometimes they calling people snitches and don't have the paperwork. That's another episode I want to talk about soon. Like a lot of people, soon as you get locked up, you labeled as a snitch. And sometimes you don't even be a snitch. They don't even have the paperwork for it. So let's just say allegedly he called the dude a snitch, right?
Well, he didn't. It ain't allegedly. This is what he said.
They said he a snitch.
No, this is what he said. Okay. I got it right here.
But all of this stuff is allegedly.
No, this is not allegedly. This is from the trial. Look.
Okay, so what did it say?
So it says former gang member. Right, it says former gang member Cowboy who worked at the marathon said Hussle didn't use the actual word snitch.
Right.
While overhearing the conversation, he thought Hussle was trying to give Holder some advice in a chill exchange. Right. He said Holder asked Hussle if he had listened to his recent music, but he didn't sense any animosity between both men. Right. And Hussle had told him that he needed to clear that up. Right. That's what he said. He didn't say nothing about snitching.
But here's the thing. Think about it. That's not bad.
Right. That's
like, God forbid, you my brother. And I'm like, yo, Jay Rizzy, not say that it happened because he ain't a snitch. He did his time. He's not a snitch. But if I say, yo, J Rock, you know, such and such, Jay, saying such and such, you got to clear your name up. What? That don't call for nobody to kill you. That's even better. Like, hey, bro, clear your name up.
But at the end of the day, right? Why even make mention of that when you're a business owner? Like,
but if you have a cool conversation. Listen, J-Rock, they're both Crips.
Listen.
Say we banging and you my brother in the game.
No. But listen, we
and I'm hearing shit about your name. I'm gonna say clear that up, bro.
Once I become a business owner, I'm not banging. Do you understand that?
It don't work like that.
Yeah, it do work like that. No, that's how simple it is.
Let me tell you something. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Snoop is a businessman, and he don't get involved with that shit, but he's still loyal to the. Yes, that's how he is. That's Uncle Snoop. You crazy?
As you Kim.
He's a Crip in real life.
What you telling me, right?
All the lawyers he got, he's still a Crip.
What you're telling me, right, is that Snoop will pick up the hammer and go bang.
No, I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you this. I'm telling you that Snoop is still Crip. No, I'm telling you that.
I'm not arguing the fact that
but he got enough stripes. He ain't got to bang.
I'm not arguing the fact that he's a gang member, a known gang member. What I'm saying is Nip as a businessman. I'm not saying he wasn't Crip. That's not what I'm saying. You're missing the whole point. What I'm saying is that he should not be entertaining street conversations like that when you're a business owner and you at your place of business.
I understand that, but guess what? Everybody don't think like us. So he's thinking like, remember, they both Crips. He's thinking like, you my brother, right? Let me say this, because I would do this to one of my homeboys. If I heard my homeboys, I have said it. I'm like, dude, like, yo, I heard that they got paperwork going around. You got to clear that up. That's harmless. It ain't cause for dude to kill him.
Listen. When you got a lot to lose, it's not harmless.
But he didn't know that the guy was going to take it in the way he took it.
When you got a lot to lose, right? Now let's look at it from that perspective.
Right.
Here it is. You famous. You're a gang member.
He did a lot.
And I ain't. But we know each other. We grew up the same hood.
But we both in Crip.
Listen, I just said that. We know each other. And I come up to you and I'm talking to you. and you famous now. You got your word of mouth on the street can be taken for fact. And you saying that to me, right? How do you think I'm supposed to take that?
But think about it. It's harmless.
That means the psyche of the person. Different. Exactly. So
yeah, everybody's different. So because I would think I see that as harmless. I see that as me looking out for you. Like, yo, bro, your music. Forget the music. Let me say this. Let me give you an example for something. I got a homeboy here in Raleigh, right here. Where we at? My homeboy, I always joke with him, nigga, fly nigga, right? Shout out to him. And I said to him one day, I'm like, yo, like, what's up, homeboy? Where's the He said, now I want to talk to you, sis, about some real shit. Homegirl told homeboy that such and such and such and such and such. And I'm like, he looking out for me, right? He like, homegirl, he was asleep with the girl. And he was like, she done told this nigga right here some bull crap that you don't like him and all this other shit, right? So I said, well, damn, the bitch, she stabbed me in the back. But anyway, fast forward. I take it as he looking out for me. So in that scenario, it feels like me personally, right? Because I can't speak for how the dude felt. But me personally, I would have felt like, damn, my bro, he looking out for me. Let me clear this up. Because I ain't a snitch. The only people, you heard the reaction, right? They said a hit dog is going to holler, right? So if I say, listen, clear that up, they said you snitching, da-da-da. And he come back and kill me, that means he probably really was a fucking snitch. Because what did I say to you that bad? I'm just saying, clear that up. He didn't even call him a snitch. Now that we did the research, he said, listen, bro, they got your name on the streets. It ain't sounding good. Clear that up. I don't see where he needed to be killed in that instance because he was technically looking out for bro.
How do you listen?
That is weird to me, dude.
Well, that could be weird to you, but that's the way of life.
So you see it as a bad thing that he said clear your name?
I see it as him not saying nothing and being a business owner.
Right. But that's his crip brother, though, J-Rock.
Well,
that's like if niggas say something about you and I just hold it in and I don't tell you.
No, I can't do that. That's not the same thing.
I would react.
That's not the same thing.
I react. If God bless me and bless us, because I have reacted in situations pertaining to you, J-Rock.
If that's not the same thing, though.
If they say something about my brother, I'm my brother's keeper as a female.
But that's not the same thing as what I'm trying to tell you.
You should be your sister's keeper. Because in certain instances, we ain't going to talk about it. But if they said something about my brother, my flesh and blood, I'm coming for you as a female. And you know that for a fact. I done showed you that.
That's not what I'm talking about, though. Why is this pulling?
So you think he should have just said nothing? He should have said, hey, bro, I didn't get a chance to get to your music. Right now, I'm handling business, just going about your day. What do you?
Not just going about your day.
How do you think he should have handled it?
That's how he should have handled it. Just like you just said it. He shouldn't have said nothing about because I tell you what, you don't know if dude was over there coming to check his temperature. Coming to find out if he knew.
We don't know.
Exactly.
But he asked about. We don't know if the nigga was just hating or not.
We don't know. Listen,
but we don't even know if he was just a hater.
We don't know.
It's starting to seem like he was just hating.
We don't even know. See, it's so many intricacies of the we don't knows, right? It's even a we don't know if somebody might have told him that Nick was spreading that rumor.
That's a fact. And also, he could have been a hater, like we talk about jealousy and envy. Yeah. He could have been a hater, like this dude ain't listen to my music. He could have put me on. Because for that to go so far, just from saying, I didn't even call you a snitch, just from me saying, bro, clear your name up for me to get killed is crazy.
All right. Now let's go back to reading.
But I want to talk to you about something else too. Because I researched
what is it about yourself?
And the Fulio. No, I did some research about the two that I didn't know. Shout out to the Medi, rest in peace.
Fulio.
I did research about Fulio. Let's start with him first. I seen a video on YouTube, his video, this is facts, that he killed 3 people, put their pictures on a little flag looking thing,
no question.
and went to their grave and made a video. So here's my thing. Here's my take. Now, I don't wish negative on nobody. But once you do that, and mothers and cousins and brothers that lost their kids, what you think the outcome gonna be for that? Because here's the thing, a lot of deaths are senseless. But you gotta keep in mind, you kill my dog, I'm gonna kill your cat. You understand what I'm saying? So what do you think about him putting out a video with the faces of the 3 people he allegedly killed and rubbing it in their family's faces and they brothers and all this in their faces. Well, and then the other dude, BG Duck, he made a song called F Y'all Bitches.
I keep telling you, right? I say this again. When it comes to Julio Fulio and that total disrespect for life. That was. I mean, no young person should lose their life, right?
At all.
But when you're living by the sword, you die by the sword. Okay, and fact. So, the outcome was unfortunate. People got unalived, and he happened to be a casualty of that, which is sad.
But don't you think it's bad that he did that though, J Rock, to rub it in these people's face?
But what them young boys do today is what they do is bad. They do. I mean, who kills somebody and then names marijuana after them? Who does that?
That's just like, let's say this real quick.
I don't care if you got ops or not. You know what I'm saying? And then you killing your own people. You killing people who look like you.
But I think a lot of the older generation, let me just say this. Jeezy and Gucci Mane had a versus, right? I don't know if you got to see it.
Yeah, I saw it.
And Jeezy allegedly went to squash the beef. They squashed the beef. Gucci Mane got up there and rubbed it in his face and said, "I'm smoking on the dude that they killed."
Right.
And these is older cats. So it ain't just the young
boys. No.
But wait
a minute.
Go ahead. I want your take, brother.
He said that, but where did it originate from? Jeezy and them wasn't saying that back when it happened.
No. Gucci Mane killed one of Jeezy homeboys.
Listen, they wasn't, when it happened, they wasn't saying that. That's just the sign of the times that he was able to say that.
But I don't think they should have did it either.
That's the end thing to do. That's what they. No, they shouldn't.
But remember, we supposed to be setting examples for the young boys, right?
No, they shouldn't.
So then, with that being said, he says, "Yeah, we smoking on da 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 da." Right? May he rest in peace. I ain't even gonna say his name. Right? God bless his family. All that. He said, "Yeah, nigga, we smoking on da 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 da." All right. So now, every action. Remember, I said that cause a reaction. So thank God, Jeezy was mature enough to let it slide. Because what if he would have flipped and then it would have been another senseless murder because he egged it on. Sometimes people egg stuff on.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you really just go out there, crash out, and just don't expect nobody else to crash out.
No, see, I just told you it's validation. That's what they do it for. Validation.
So you think some murders are validated?
No, I didn't say murder is validated. I said people do the stuff that they do for validation nowadays. Right. To be valid. You know what I'm saying? To be accepted. And in the crowd. That's what they doing it for.
All right.
I ain't mean it. That's why we had the conversation about the 3 categories. Sheep, wolves, and lions. That's a wolf's mentality. Because you running in the pack. It's a crew. So now I'm gonna go knock somebody off from that pack. That's how I ran. That's how I ran.
And I think that's a good point. Because I think with that being said, I think that it just, and that's what keeps it going and going and going and going and going. So it's like, when are you, young boys, I want y'all to listen to me. Because here's the thing. Obviously, it's not enough mentors, right? Because you said a good thing. You said maybe they will have somebody in their camp to teach them the right way. I truly don't believe that they have that.
Just look at
I don't think that they have that.
Julio Fulio telling his ops on Instagram at 5 or 6 o'clock, pull up at the pool party. He telling them where he at.
But he rubbing it, because you know why? He think the fake friends, that's why I said sometimes those young dudes be over loyal. And the dude said this. I want to give him a shout out, right? Because a lot of people, they thinking, oh, he is snitch, he did this. But I shout out to Lil Woody. Let me tell you why. I'm going to shout him out. No matter what he did in his life, I don't know him. I don't know the dude from a can of paint. God knows I don't. But here's the thing. No matter what he did in his life, he's trying to change his life around. I saw him go sit down with a young boy, and he prayed. He gave his life to God, right? So he did that. Let's just say snitches get stitches. They say that, whatever. I don't know the dude to say he's snitch, so that's not what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying this. When people make mistakes, you got an opportunity to fix those mistakes. But society, the internet and all that, it's like everything's on the internet. Like, yeah, dude, you know, we did this and I did that. I feel like the internet got so much to play with it. And then it's so much like, I feel like them people, the folks that we talk about, if everybody could see that they're profiting off of these deaths, they're profiting off of them getting online and saying meet me over here. It's just another black person that they ain't got to worry about. So I want to teach them that it's higher than them. It's higher than the streets. The people, them folks want you to kill each other. They want y'all to do that.
See, now when you go into that, right?
They want them to do that.
You're talking about that's a whole nother lane right there about the people pulling the strings behind scenes. Okay, yeah.
But they need to be wise. Maybe we could teach them about that.
I mean, it ain't like they don't know. They know K-Rock. They just
you think they know the young boys?
Absolutely, they know. They know.
But let me ask you, do you think it's enough older people trying to teach the young boys? Like, do you think it's enough? Let's just say how they have activists for certain things. Do you think that it's enough people really trying to teach them? I don't think so. I think they walk through their school, they get a tax write-off. Let me donate somebody over here, put this in charity. They walk off and forget these people. That's how I feel.
That goes with what I said earlier about them having yes men and the person that's gonna keep it a band with you. They got people that probably tell them like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Be careful and all that. Yeah, they got all of that. But at the end of the day, remember, we had an episode where I said it's choices. They make choices, life choices. And depending on what kind of life choice you make, it determines your outcome.
Let me ask you a question. I saw the other day, it was a guy, and he was saying, you know, I went to the streets. I did this because my dad wasn't there, right? I chose this life because my dad wasn't there. I'm like, okay, I'm just watching. It's very entertaining. I'm not going to say no names, whatever the case may be, but it was very entertaining to watch because he said a lot of his stuff. Do you feel like, I got two questions. The first question is, growing up as a man, did you have anybody that you feared that could have told you what to do? Because I feel like these young boys don't fear nothing. And I feel like if they have an upper echelon, I feel like they don't have to listen to them. So growing up, you as a man, did you have anybody that could have told? Growing up as a man, because you got to think, like, sometimes, like, maybe they do have people, they probably don't care what they say. So did you as a man, a young man growing up, did you have anybody that could have told you what to do? That's what I want to know. Right? Because you're right. They could have people telling them, but are they going to listen?
I'm not going to say that I would have had somebody to tell me what to do. I had people give me advice and instruct me on what I should do, and what I got out of what they were saying is what I got out of it.
But did you have anybody that you took their word, like, you know what?
Whatever I felt like I needed to keep from whatever conversations I had with people, that's what I did. But I didn't just 86 the whole conversation, because there's a message in every conversation. You can get something out of a conversation, whether it's one thing or two things, three things, or the whole conversation.
Right.
You can still get something out of it.
Right.
So I ain't gonna say that I didn't get nothing, because I did learn stuff from people in conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that goes back to the episode that we did about generational gaps, when I was telling you about, even though Wallow, shout out to Wallow and Gilly for the $1 million worth of game.
Right.
Even though they talk to these young guys, right? And like they did the interview, you know what I'm saying? He got on his hands and he got on his knees, cried for Kodak. Yes, but at the end of the day, do you think Kodak listened to him? Because Kodak he's still doing crazy things.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's a matter of respect. Did you have anybody that you respected enough to say, you know what, maybe this dude is right?
I respected everybody until you showed me otherwise, or you disrespected me.
Because that's what I think. I think these young dudes don't really be having respect.
We talked about that in
and I don't think that they believe that we've been through nothing.
They don't respect nothing nobody say. In their sense, is better than your sense.
Yeah, it's sad.
So that's how that worked.
It's sad. So you did have people that
I listened to.
I'm glad I had brothers, because I listened to all my brothers.
Right.
Shout out to even my older brother. He lives in Alabama, but he was in the military. He was militant, but he still, you know what I'm saying? We had Tiz, man, you recipes, and I had you. So I took a piece of everything. And I also had my dad, and I had my mom. So I took a piece, and my friends. Shout out to my friends. I took a piece of something from everybody to tell me what to do and what not to do. I've had those examples like, don't do that. I'm gonna follow that, and I want to do that, and then lay the blueprint out for me.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think that with the young boys and their age and their times with different things, I don't think that it's people are saying things, but at the end of the day, for somebody to show you like real tears and like, listen, and he told them to the dirts and everything, he got up there and cried his heart out. I did 20 years. He did 20 years, so you didn't have to. You did damn near 16, so you wouldn't have to. It's just like, please listen. Like, why not listen? Why go out there, crash out, kill somebody, and they all going to jail?
Right.
That's the thing. You ain't getting away with shit. You're going to jail. Innocent people get killed. You lose your whole life, and guess what? The prison system is a business. It's big business. Oh, well, I got this on my tray. They keeping y'all healthy so they can keep making money. Michael Jordan owned a prison.
Yeah, he's invested.
But everybody got Jordans on.
He's invested.
Yeah, he invested in prison, but everybody wearing Jordans. I gotta have a new Jordan. This dude got y'all institutionalized. Every time a new Jordan come out, guess what? I got a pair of Jordans they or sell for $2,500.
Right.
Seriously. But he invested in putting his black people in business just for business. But he invested in business to put them in jail. So to the young guys, listen. When y'all go to jail, y'all spend all this time, and your families is crying and all this other stuff. It's business. Every time a new pair of Jordans come out, I gotta have the new Jordans. Jordan is investing millions of dollars.
All right, we getting off topic. We're getting off topic.
But I just gotta drop that jewel real quick.
Let's get back to what we're talking about.
Yeah, come on.
Now listen, I want to go back into the FBG Duck situation because we didn't really.
And he said, "F y'all bitches."
Right.
Let's talk about that.
FBG Duck, you know what I'm saying, whose real name was Carlton Weekly.
Okay. Shout out to his family. God bless y'all. Whatever.
Right. RP FBG Duck. Right. He was shot 16 times outside.
16 times.
Yeah, 16 times. Outside of Dolce and Gabbana. Right.
The store.
Dolce and Gabbana clothing store in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
But in Chicago,
but and then it was crazy because it was six members of the O Block gang. You know what I'm saying that they alleged did that or whatever.
I told you that O Block,
right? You know, Chicago. Excuse me. Their rappers, that drill music is different. It do something. I don't know what it does to them, but it turns them into something else. You know what I'm saying? Because they're rapping about their lifestyle. True enough.
But also, I think with Chicago, it might go back because they be having lean and stuff. So it might go back to the drug thing, like you said.
But it's all of it is drugs.
Yeah,
all of them is
they really hard though.
But like I watched the video with the guy Charleston White, and it was a guy from Chicago. I forgot his name.
I don't like Charleston White. I hate to say
his name was Breezy or something, but he was from O Block. Right. And I just watched it the other day. I forgot this guy's name. I don't remember his name. But he said he was standing in front of the door. They was getting ready to do an interview. He said Charleston White gets out the car, and he had heard about all of the stuff he was saying about King Von. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he didn't know what he was. So he said when Charleston White got out the car, he actually dapped him up, and he went in to do the video. And then one of his homeboys was like, "Hey, yo, you know that's the dude Charleston White." He was like, "Oh, word." He said, so I went in there. And I was like, yo, man, he said, I ain't approach him on no gangster, you know, or no disrespect. He said, I was just asking him like, yo, why are you disrespecting Chicago like that? Hold on. He said, why you disrespecting Chicago like that? Why you was talking about my brother Vaughn like that, this and that? Right. And he surprised me because he was like learned. So he knew like the words to say. He put his words together. Right. And then Charleston White went into, you know, talking about the youth and the black on black crime and blah blah blah.
Charleston White is a piece of shit.
But they had a civilized conversation, so somewhat, and I think and Charleston White was able to leave there alive. You know what I'm saying? No, but at the end of the day, it is that type of environment. Like Chicago is wild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. That's why I said, listen, shout out to Chicago because I said, you know what, I would like to visit Chicago. I changed my mind.
FBG Duck, right?
He's from Chicago.
Their beef stems from.
So he's beefing with O Block.
I'm talking about they was beefing for years.
Wait, but he's beefing with O Block?
Yeah, he was beefing with O Block for years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For years. You know what I mean? But you know, it's unfortunate he lost his life. A lot of other people lost their lives.
Right.
But it was a long-standing beef. Like they had rival for a long time. You know what I'm saying? They was beefing for a long time.
Ain't Chief Keef from Chicago?
Yeah, and see,
and he don't got beef with nobody.
He had beef. He had beef with all of them.
With who?
He had beef with Dirk and all of them.
Shout out to Chief Keef because he don't be beefing. I don't see him in no beef.
He don't be in none of it.
I like his music. I don't know how he did it. I think he moved. I don't even think he live in Chicago. I think he live in Atlanta.
I thought he moved to LA. I think that's
maybe one of them. But shout out to him.
I think he was in LA. I think he was in LA and they broke into his house or something else.
Yeah, he dodged the beef. So shout out to them. So do you think that? I think that once you made it, like I said, you can show love to the hood, but I think the plan is to get out the hood.
Right.
How you feel about that? Like I feel like you shouldn't be in the hood once you made it to the caliber of person that you are. Because unfortunately, like I said, I'd rather the fortune and not the fame. But unfortunately, in their career, the fame comes with the fortune, right?
All the time.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for them. I would rather the fortune, not the fame. I would rather have the money. Nobody know I got the money. It is what it is. I break bread. I show love to whoever I show. But in their situation, the fame comes with the fortune.
Right. So
that's the bad part about it.
And with that, I think we should end it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And let all of the young people know,
right?
That once again, we're not bashing y'all.
We're not.
Y'all made it to the bag.
That's right.
The thing is to secure the bag and make smarter decisions.
Stay out the hood. Keep your tight circle tight. Hire security. I don't care what the dudes on the block say. Decisions. Keep security with you because the dudes that you're loyal to are not going to protect you. And with that being said, how you say?
You know, we're gonna ask y'all to say, you know, to like and subscribe.
That's coming.
Send your comments.
Hit the bell button. We love your comments. And shout out to all our people that they commented and y'all subscribe. Thank y'all.
Yeah, you know, we cooking in here. And with that, the food is done.
I'm K-Rock.
And I'm J-Rock.
Peace.